When students first encounter Laplace transforms, they often think of them as a mathematical trick, something to avoid calculus. That intuition is deeply misleading. As engineers, we are not interested in equations by themselves. We are interested in systems. A system is something that takes an input, produces an output, and remembers the past through stored energy. Laplace is a language that allows us to describe this relationship clearly without tracking every instant of time. A very common mistake students make is to think a system is the same as a schematic or an equation. It is not. A system is defined by behavior. The key idea here is an internal state. That state represents stored energy. So even if the input becomes zero, the state can continue to evolve and the output can change. So if you do not know what the state of your system is, you do not understand the system. So in circuits, memory comes from exactly one place: energy storage. Capacitors store energy in electric fields, so they remember voltage. Inductors store energy in magnetic fields, so they remember currents. Resistors store no energy. This is extremely important. No matter how complicated a resistive network looks, it has no memory and no dynamics. So, no energy storage, no state, no dynamics. So, why do differential equations appear in circuit analysis? Not because mathematicians like them, but because physics demands them. A capacitor voltage, for example, cannot jump instantaneously. That would require infinite power, which is physically impossible. This physical constraint forces derivatives into our equations. Mathematics is simply recording what physics allows. So differential equations arise from physics first. Mathematics follows. Students often believe that plotting waveforms means understanding a system. That is not true. A waveform is a specific answer for a specific input and initial condition. Engineering design requires models that explain behavior across many inputs. That is why engineers dislike pure time domain tracking. Engineering design requires understanding the structure first, not tracking every trajectory in time. Remember, engineering insight comes from the general structure, not repeated solutions. Now, the Laplace transform does not change the system, it changes how we describe it. So, a change of representation basically means that derivatives become algebra, memory becomes explicit terms. The physics remains intact, but the structure becomes visible. Remember, it does not remove physics, it exposes the structure of the system. So when we apply Laplace to a capacitor, notice what happens. The equation separates time-varying behavior from stored energy. The initial voltage appears explicitly. So this is why the statement Laplace ignores initial conditions is simply false. The equation already tells us how current and voltage are related, how initial voltage enters behavior without wasting or without producing a time waveform. Initial conditions always appear explicitly, they are never hidden in Laplace. A charged capacitor can produce output even when the input is zero. This is called a zero input response. Engineers sometimes ignore initial conditions deliberately when defining transfer functions. This is a modeling choice, not a mathematical limitation. Now, Laplace analysis rests on assumptions. Linearity, that is, superposition holds. Time invariance, that is, the parameters do not change with time. Lumped elements, that is, there is no spatial propagation delay. Causality, where the present depends only on the past. And finite initial energy. If these assumptions are violated, the math may still work, but the engineering interpretation fails. Violating them leads to misleading engineering conclusions. Now, a transfer function describes how inputs map to outputs. The total response of a system is always the sum of the input-driven response and the response due to stored energy. Confusing these leads to serious errors. Remember, this does not mean we are removing memory. It means we are describing system structure only, and the stored energy is handled separately. This is a definition and not a shortcut. Now, engineers prefer the S domain because it reveals structure. Systems are described by the algebraic structure. Inputs become algebraic products, and behavior can be predicted before simulation. Structure leads to insight. Insight leads to design, and design comes before simulation. And hence, this makes Laplace ideal for comparing designs, understanding sensitivity, and building intuition before computation. Now, before we move on, check and explain these in your own words. Everything that follows depends on this foundation. What engineers mean by a system: input, output, and internal state. Where does memory come in circuits? What Laplace changes? That is, derivatives become algebra in S, memory becomes explicit terms. What assumptions make Laplace modeling valid? Linearity, time invariance, lumped models, causality, and finite energy. And difference between using Laplace versus defining a transfer function. Now let's make this concrete with a numerical example. Here we have an RC circuit with 1 kilo ohm resistor connected to a 1 microfarad capacitor. The input is a 1 volt step and the initial voltage across the capacitor is 0. Now the time constant is R times C, which is 1 millisecond, and therefore the pole of the system is at S equal to minus 1 over RC, which is minus 1000 radians per second. The transfer function is 1 over 1 plus RCS. From this alone, we know how fast the system responds and how memory enters the behavior without solving a differential equation in time.